Welcome back everyone to another episode of Vegetarian Cooking with JJ. Today I'm going to be traveling to Japan in my kitchen. However, this particular recipe was influenced by China. And in fact, Japanese people refer to it as a Chinese style salad. It is a glass noodle salad called Harusame. And Harusame in Japan just simply describes the type of noodles, the cellophane noodles. However, in written form, it means spring and rain. This dish is definitely perfect for spring, light and refreshing. And some say that the noodles do remind them of the spring rain. So let's head over to our kitchen and get cooking. First of all, I'm going to cut up our large cucumber, cut it in half and cut it into half moon shapes on a diagonal angle just for fun. Now I'm going to cut up the carrots into matchstick size pieces. You're going to want to boil some water for our noodles. And I'm going to pop in our glass noodles, aka cellophane noodles. They don't need much time to cook, about a minute. Keep in mind, once the water is boiling, you can turn the heat off. Our noodles are ready in no time, so now it's time to drain them. I'm going to rinse them with some cold water here. And I'm going to let them sit in the colander over top of the pot to allow the water to collect. We want to drain them well. Here we have a second strainer. I'm going to pop our carrots in and pop in our cucumber. And I'm going to coat them with my Himalayan salt. I'll just mix them with my hands. Make sure everything's coated. We'll leave these in the strainer atop this bowl, allow for the water to collect, and we'll leave them here for 5 minutes. Here we have our Yves vegan ham. A more traditional option would be tofu. Smoked tofu would be nice. One of the recipes I was looking at called for ham, so I'm using the vegan ham here. I'm just going to cut them into strips to start off with, and then cut those strips into half. Here I have one strip of dried kelp. I'm going to cut it in half. Don't be alarmed by the white coating over top of it. That is just a natural sea salt that comes out during the drying process. So we're going to soften it up with our boiling water here. Let it sit for a few minutes or so, and then we'll rinse it off. The temperature of the water is equivalent to what you would use for a perfect British tea. Our water has drained from our veggies, so now it's time to rinse off the salt. And I'm using cold water to rinse them off. You're going to want to drain them well and dry them off. You can use a kitchen towel, paper towel, whatever works. Our kelp is ready for a rinse and a squeeze. So I'll just rinse it off with cool water here. And I'm going to squeeze out all the water. I dried the kelp as thoroughly as possible with a kitchen towel. You don't want to add a lot of liquid into our dressing. So now I'm going to chop it up into more bite-sized pieces. By the way, you're also welcome to use wakame in place of this kelp. I just had this kelp sitting around for a little while, so I wanted to use it. Also keep in mind, if you buy the dried seaweeds in the store or the packaged seaweeds, a lot of them are quite salty and may need multiple rinses. In this case, the kelp did not need an excessive amount of rinsing. Also keep in mind which waters your sea vegetables or seaweed has come from. You want to pick the better sources. For now, I'm going to use about 1.5 tablespoons and we'll see how it goes. I might add more. You can always adjust it to your own taste. So here we have our thoroughly drained cellophane / glass noodles. We'll pop them in our bowl here. I'll add in our kelp, Now, if you want, you can arrange them separately. Add in our vegan ham. Add in our veggies. Oopsie, I'm transferring it to this Red Bull. Plus the white noodles look better against the Red Bull. The famous monk Dogen traveled from Japan to China between the years of 1223 and 1227. He went there to study Buddhism and meditate, and when he returned, he brought a type of Buddhism known as Soto back to Japan with him. Also, when he returned, he decided he was sick of any hustle and bustle. He wanted to go into the mountains. So he lived in the mountains and he established a very popular monastery in the mountains. And it's still there to this day. Harusame falls under the type of cuisine known as Shojin Yori. It is a very mindful type of cuisine, free of violence, full of peace and nutrition. This dish that I'm making is something that the monks would consume way back when. Monks take extra care in preparing this type of cuisine. They maintain absolute mindfulness throughout the process, and they're mindful about the waste as well, reusing water or vegetable scraps as well. Also, immense gratitude is present during the preparation, mindfulness regarding where the food came from, and also when they get to enjoy it in the end, the gratitude carries through as well. It is the type of cuisine that is prepared with love. Another tradition that this type of cuisine maintains is that there are 5 colors and 5 different flavors present. And this may remind you of the recipe I did quite a while back, the bibimbap. If you have not seen that video, feel free to check it out. I'll leave the link down below for you. Here I have our Marin. We're going to be using that for part of our dressing. You're welcome to use the rice vinegar instead. Keep in mind that this is more sweet than the rice vinegar. So here I'm adding 6 tablespoons of Marin. I also felt it needed more vinegar, so I'm adding 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And I'm adding 5 tablespoons of our soy sauce. And I'm adding 2 teaspoons of our maple syrup. You can adjust it to your own taste. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. 2 tablespoons of neutral oil. I'm adding some freshly ground pepper and a little bit of salt. I'll give it a nice mix. And now we'll simply incorporate all our dressing and mix it up thoroughly. After another taste test, I decided some microplaned ginger would work well. Or shaved ginger, or pickled ginger. It's up to you, really. And this is going to go in the fridge for 30 minutes. Let all the flavors get absorbed and it will be nice and chilled and ready to go. Now it's time to serve. I'm going to put part of the salad on the plate for now. You can also top the salad with some sesame seeds. Feel free to dry toast them up as well. Another addition that would work well is a tablespoon of tahini, or a couple tablespoons of tahini, or mustard. It would thicken up the dressing more so. Another addition that I thought would be great and I added later on was peanuts. So I took the peanuts, I toasted them on the pan, just dry toasted them and chopped them up, and it was so delicious. It's that time again, I get to try it. Okay, I get to try it. It is definitely nice and refreshing. Woo! Don't lose my noodles. It is a perfect spring salad. So slippery. You may want to opt for a fork if you're not a pro with the chopsticks. Because these cellophane noodles are very slippery. Nice, refreshing salad. Perfect for spring. And you can make another dish to go along with this, like maybe some tofu dish, a curry dish maybe. Thank you for tuning in again. Thank you for supporting my channel and hitting that thumbs up button. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. There's going to be a new video every Monday, keeping things interesting in my kitchen and in yours. Bon appetit!